Anyways, here we go! Like that. We were gonna see Uncle Byron.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
Oh, well.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place.
Oh.
Come here and I'll show you.
Alright.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes. It seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port.
Kind of in a way.
To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
I mean, I guess I did beat him up pretty bad, but he lost his hands.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away.
That's not necessarily a lethal
Now I
injury.
think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
I like Byron. He's definitely gonna sell us out, isn't he? I mean, it's too easy of a llama move to make, right? It's too easy, too damn easy, right? Or is that just me being all kinds of fucking cynical and weird and shit? Oh well. Anyways, so we chatted with Otto.
Otto. Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head.
Oh yeah.
I won't risk
just
any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
How about Jill though? I want to see Jill. Where's Jill? I want to make sure that she's fine. Jill?
Jill's staying here, and that's that. I should have never let her go with you to Rosalith.
It wasn't my choice, now was it? Where's my room, actually? Maybe she's hanging around there. So yeah, it's been a, let's just say it's been a rough couple of days here. We had like, I think I mentioned in the last stream about the torrential freaking monsoon levels of rain.
What'd you need?
Yeah, our cellar got flooded. Did I mention that during the last
What'd you
one?
want?
I don't know. I don't remember that I did. Oh, look at that. New sword. Limestone. Yeah, we're making
No
that.
scratches, right?
Obviously. Obviously. Can I reinforce it as well? No.
Anything else?
Cannot. This is what, the improved version of something else? Is this an entirely new one, maybe? It might be. This might be. Yeah, the cellar got very badly flooded, and
How's it
the
coming along?
electronics kind of took a hit. So I no longer have warm water. Makes showering rather well. It's become rather a speedy affair. Doesn't want to stay too long in the shower if the water's rigid, fucking cold. Without any kind of marker, I simply don't know where my room is. Clive, there we go. Clive's chambers. I want to go say goodbye to Jill before we leave. Also, I'm kind of hoping to get some kind of chat or something in between them. A bit of a bonus scene or something. That'd be kind of nice. Oh, of course it would be the big ass door up here. Jill. Jill. Where is she? Oh. I have no idea where she is. Maybe maybe she'll come running if we try to leave. Oh, let's have a chat with Byron then.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Adventure indeed. Hey, do we have any side quests and whatnot at this point? I think there'd be some. Oh? Really? Really? Oh well, let's go to the desert. Dalmekian Republic. Keep thinking of Dalmasca. Fucking hate deserts though.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
What? Riddle of the Sands. Wow. This is a bit of a chunky area, isn't it?
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Oh, that's well, I'm fine. Not too bothered.
Stay down!
I think I gotta use that one. Ah! Didn't mean to do that. I've been playing a lot of Tales of Arise lately, whenever I've had the time to actually do a bit of gaming myself. The controls are just similar enough that it's confusing when you start playing this again.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
You let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
See a lot of shinies out here in the desert. Wanted to have a bit of a look around, but seems to be a lot of space and sand. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Imagine sand in a desert. Oh, another chunk here. Check. And I'm gonna. Maybe I should ride the chocobo. Like a bit of a village over there as well, or something along those lines. I'm gonna build a trading post over there. Dead already, eh? Titan skills are so much fun.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Have you lost your way already, my boy?
It's a salamander.
The ruins
Let's
mark
kill
the
it.
road to the inn.
Nice try. Nice try. Too slow. You shouldn't have.
What the? That could have gone way better than it did. That did not go well at all. I need to get back into the swing of things. I've been away from the game for 2 days. Weird how big of a difference that actually makes. Especially if we play other stuff in that time. This little canyon here. I just need a bit of practice.
Time to fight. Thanks, Gal. Stay down.
Kill bugs. Nothing really interesting or new to find, it seems. Oh, there he is.
Ready, go?
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
suppose we might as well just go to the trade post then. Level a whole lot. What's gonna happen out here? Oh, and the cat is back. I'm making space for you, boy. I'm making space for you. You have a seat. Oh, we're gonna start the treading, are we? We've already done enough.
Soldiers were.
It doesn't look very comfortable, cat. Not at all. Alright, maybe the trading post is over there then. For a while there, I actually thought it would be in here. Oh. Yes, I know. I know.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Sure thing. Why not? What? I'm not allowed to bring a chocobo inside? Opal is not happy. Why is
Look
that?
there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
You separating me from my puppy? Yeah, I feel more and more like the guy's gonna sell me out.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, go!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Would you look at that? Joshua's in the inn.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
I don't suppose we're gonna get a chance to actually see Joshua? That'd be nice. An interesting little turn of events, if nothing else.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Kinda getting in the way, Cat. Seriously, my arm is in a very uncomfortable position thanks to you taking up all this space. Do by all means, please do something else for a while. Please. If you wouldn't mind.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Oh yes, it definitely is. And I will be at the heart of it all, no doubt.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
God damn it, Uncle. You do this on purpose.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Finish off your dinner.
The outlaw! Take it!
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
Stay down!
Burned a lot of them in one go.
You're finished!
Pushovers. How the hell were those guys worth 220 XP? I find that very unbelievable.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
I like him though. I do. I feel like he's gonna sell me out or some such, but I like him. Now that's some pretty water.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
I don't think he's fine. I think he's the very opposite of fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
I wanted to meet. You've been so nice.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before.
Somewhere over
we
that
do
way,
now.
I reckon.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Indeed. Where exactly are we going, though? Ah, more soldiers. Wonderful.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got to wait.
Good day, my lord.
New Year? Desert Rose. And more orchestrion scrolls. You get one of
An
these as well.
excellent choice.
Lighting for Gilbert's sake.
No.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Genuine cactuar needles imported from across the sea. Just one prick and your little sparrow will sing.
I need a drink.
Let me treat you.
I did kind of want to take a tour of the place.
Finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Needed to a silken softness.
I was planning
like
on
eating a
taking
cloud.
this long for it. Does it go flat?
Trust.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Your arms are like iron. Won't you come and play, handsome?
You probably would go back, wouldn't you?
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of dissolved greens.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Not always.
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
I take for Gilbert's sake.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Okay. Well, let's have a look around.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
I recognize that voice actor. Oh, it's the same guy who does the voice for,
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
What's it? I don't remember his name right now.
Let's go and find out exactly what this Furta knows.
The main protagonist in Vampire, and I think
What's wax candles?
one of the I want to say Cthulhu games, but it's not Cthulhu. It's actually
Eat off in Castle Dasbog.
it's not Sinking City. It's the other one whose name eludes me at this point.
Excuse me. Are you Furta?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
Wasn't
I hope
called
so.
Call of the Cthulhu.
You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Oh, I've never met the person.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
We are?
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Oh, you guys have no idea what you're dealing with, do you? Easily handled. That's a cookie now, are we, lads?
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Interesting name.
Light meat and dark. Fresh from the grill.
It would make
Like
a
carpet.
fine gift.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience.
Could be his
wrong
mom,
I
man.
was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants.
Almost, whatever. There are limits.
Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us
And the
divide
cat
our
is
forces,
back.
Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Oh, Kitty, you're being uncharacteristically clingy.
I thought we
I
were
mean,
the
you're
only
always
ones causing
clingy,
trouble in
but this is
Dalamil.
a bit too much even for you. And you try to stop smacking around the microphone, please. Please, have a seat. Please. You're in the way. You're in the way, and you can't stand on my controller, please. I'm terribly sorry about this, but the cat seems to be in desperate need of some kind of attention. I thought I'd given you plenty already. Just bark your ass. And can you please stop blocking my arm? I can't control the game if you're constantly in the way. There. Sit down. Have a seat. There we go. Right. We can get back to it. Very, very needy you are.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Thieves, eh?
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you.
Don't start.
Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Seriously. Sit down. Relax, cat. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go outside or something. Might have the time.
Most fragrant herbs and fresh bread, warm from the oven.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you?
Seriously,
Before you scare them
you're
off.
starting to get a bit annoying.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder
Sit
if Uncle
down, no
Byron's
more
found anything of
treading.
use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabrics!
What was all that crashing and banging about before? It's about
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs.
Seriously, Cat. Will you fucking stop already?
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
I kind of missed what she said. Kind of the cat being a nuisance. See? I told you. He's selling me
Will
out.
this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Seriously, Cat, will you please stop?
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
Let's see if we're getting sold out, or
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
or if he's actually genuinely helping.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
like it might be it. Moment of truth, perhaps?
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
That is a lot of crystals.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business.
No,
Kill
we're
them.
not. Well,
Kill
kind
them
of.
both.
We're here to do business. It's just you're not going to enjoy it much.
Give me!
It's not over yet, Uncle! I'm just getting warmed up!
There's Albino casting.
It's over!
Who's healing them? Oh, there he is.
You're finished!
It didn't make any real difference, though.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
I suppose we can do that.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the...
Here, wear this.
Ah, another seal for my key ring. Ah, would you look at that?
Any friend of mine who sees you
This
with
one's
it
gonna
shall be a
jingle
friend
all
of
kinds
yours.
of fancy in it.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
If you say so.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
I kind of like this guy. Sassy.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Ooh, getting rather close to another level up, aren't we? Ah, and we've unlocked some side missions around here.
Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
You would.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalimil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalimil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Let's find out. More experience and
take a
money.
simple test and turn it into a riddle.
All good, innit?
I better get to it.
Is it true what I'm hearing? Take a sniff, sir. Needed to a silken...
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Something tells me that's not quite what Lubor is looking for.
Lights and pods! Poles and masons! Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil.
Are you back
Every
again,
coin
Cat?
I've ever earned is tied up in
This
this
is
place.
starting to get tiresome, you know.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Can do that.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
And so the treading begins anew. Are you not done yet, Cat? Seriously. You're being a bloody bother. You're in the way.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Will you...
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Oh, there's that over there. You are such a menace, Cat. Seriously, will you get the bloody hell off? You are not allowed to sit on the mouse. That's all I need. You suddenly killing the stream or something.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your
Right,
door.
so where else should we be looking? I keep getting distracted by the goddamn cat. He's being very annoying right now.
Look at the detail. The craft.
It's very difficult to scold him as well because all he really wants is to cuddle. takes his times very poorly.
1,000 gil for
And
a
his
meat-
position. Well, gotta be someone else. to
You can't
talk
even
to, right?
fill my cup. You're no use to me. Be gone.
Fucking men of the wrong.
I need to drink. You're going to drink my...
What? Apparently, it's no one up here.
Is it true?
Find more people.
My carpets, it would make a fire.
Does no one want to talk to me about this?
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't
No.
silver platters.
There's no one here. Oh, wait. I didn't see this guy.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Yeah. I'd say if a knife does not have those qualities, it's a shitty knife, regardless of
The most fragrant
Dalamil
herbs-
Finest fabrics!
spirit or whatever it was.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is gonna be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Oh yeah.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets!
The men of the rock are cutting off our crystals.
Oh, we have to ride out to the Belcroy again then, eh? Alright. This is taking a bit longer than I thought it would. No matter. We have time.
Ready to
have
go?
time. We have plenty of time. We've only just started. I used the wrong exit, didn't I? Can I cross here somewhere? No, I cannot. Oh, that's a bit of a goof on my end then.
Back to the stables, girl.
Come on now, Clive, you can run faster than that. And the cat is coming back for more. You'll not be sitting with me anymore. If you try, I'll just have to set you down. Find some place to relax for a bit, cat. Seriously. We'll go outside. Door's open, you can leave whenever you want to.
Be safe.
Go out,
Any
touch
luck?
some grass.
Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... Oh, you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides,
Yeah, we're invested at this point.
I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
Ironically, that's also where we're going to find out what's wrong with the hot springs. Well, the spring at least. The bats.
Faster!
Back to town we go! I'd say that as far as deserts go, this one isn't too shabby. I mean, certainly meets the requirements. Shit tons of sand. But this is a nice little oasis. The brown rocks in the background brings the picture together, you know? I still fucking hate deserts, though.
I can walk from here.
Don't get me wrong. I bloody hate the things.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Yes, they're quite meat and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Lights and pots! Oh, just look!
It's the sand, I reckon. It gets in everywhere.
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
We have a plan? I'm not sure there is a plan. Beyond just, you know, finding the guy and shove a sword in his face. Possibly a burning sword.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Oh, it was that close, was it? Alright. Some of this. And some of that. And some of these.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now. We can press on.
But let's go and check out this terrace thing as well. See if we can't solve the issue of the bats while we're at it.
What the hell are those things?
Those would be bombs. I imagine those are to blame for the temperature of the baths being a bit above the usual. So, if I get to the here. This looks promising. Alright, let's murder the bombs.
That explains the heat.
I didn't mean to do that. This might end up being a really bad idea.
Out of the frying pan.
frickin' die.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't want these customers to be boiled alive.
Good girl.
Yeah. You know what, actually? I might actually be able to just fast travel back. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get out of this.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The men of the rock are carting off our crystals.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
Not really.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable, but only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Well,
there goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test.
Money and experience.
That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Don't necessarily know that I'll need it, but why not? I can find a use for it. Shove it up Titan's butt or something.
My carpets have
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Plates and pots! There he is. Good man. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces?
Bombs.
What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
All right. You believe we have solved the woes of Dalamul, and also Breath of the Inferno, Ignition, and another Scarletite. Do I have enough to make the second Rakeslayer piece?
We should
with
get
that?
going soon.
I don't recall. Did I need one or two? Oh well. We'll get to it soon enough. Rather fancy place, isn't it? Alright, let me see. What's down that road? Oh, it's inaccessible. Oh, well. No reason to go there, then. Soldier on through here. Shade. Oh. Something about to happen, I take it?
There it is, Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Indeed. Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You However...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
Torgal seems to like him. He is not gonna sell me out then.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I'm still not too sure about that. Alright, any new side missions popping up? No? Alright, let's head on in then. That is a very big rock.
Fuck! Why do they start? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo?
Oh, he's playing
Clive
for Hugo like a fiddle.
stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict.
No, everyone's Benedicta.
I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Well, I mean, he's obviously a prick, but a tad bit curious as to, and I imagine a dominant, but a dominant of what? Which icon does he have? I'm assuming since Bahamut and Odin are in the game, gonna get those at some point. I am very excited for that. Ah, strawberry jam on the floor. Seems a bit wasteful, doesn't it? What in the blazes?
Orcs.
Those are orcs? Really? Hungry ones at that.
Let's bring them from Ash.
Into the darkness.
Are the beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. With me, Dougal.
Orcs supposed to be dangerous? I'm not impressed thus far. that impressed. Essentially, slightly bigger humans.
Taken over the entire mine.
Oh.
So much for the men of the rock. Dhalmekia's finest.
Yeah, I think they're all kind of dead. Is anyone alive? Oh, great. I've got the hiccups. I've got hiccups. One of that. One of them. Maybe I was eating too quickly. I don't think any of the soldiers actually survived all of this.
Animals who should never have left Ash. Too slow.
Alright, there's someone throwing shit at me. I want to do something about that. That's what I had in mind, but alright, it'll work. But then burn them all afterwards. Anyone still left alive? What you looking at?
It's over.
I do believe they're all dead now, though. Let's see if there's anything fancy to loot around here. Maybe the orcs nabbed all the stuff before I came here. That one's broken. This one, not so much. Evil of lightning. Cool. dead soldiers.
Won't be going any further this way.
Clearly. Let's go this way instead, shall we?
Stairs. This must be the way out.
Mortal enemy.
It's over.
Oh. Big ore. Alright, let's punch him.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here?
Oh, now.
Let's try.
Keep using the wrong button for my moves. Oh. Can I not block that? I can't. It's just time. It's over 50,000. I did put him through quite a bit of shit right there. I figured this was gonna be close. Wanted to check just in case.
By the flames. Come on, Torgal. Kuka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal to his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Is it his, though? That probably is, isn't it? About that other fella, though. The skinny, manipulative one. Let's see if fit into this.
Let the trial begin.
With
me talk.
Why not? Sorted. Wasn't even worth all that much experience. Favor of lightning. Thunderstorm. Increases the damage of it. Rather have had the cooldown, to be honest. There.
Seems we're expected.
So it would seem.
So this is the power of Muthos.
And you can't have it. It's mine. Oh. Oh. Looks like everyone in here is dead as well.
The orcs do this too.
Loot hidden away in the little alcoves here. Oh, there is indeed. Nothing impressive, but still, loot is loot. I have no map over the area.
More of them.
It's over.
All right.
Stay down.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him?
Or both. the other side? Didn't quite have the chance to check. Looks like there might be a box over there. Yeah. So look at that. More money. Do you so like money? Bravery. So opponents will use the ability Bravery to invigorate nearby allies. Kill them first.
Stay down!
Perfectly nice chair behind as well.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima?
Dead people all over the place. Be the door to leave through. Someone over there then. Or wait, isn't this where we came from? Let's have a look. Or no, it is not.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart.
I mean, we're already here.
He's in the
Might as well
sanctuary.
wreck it.
I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
Just what I needed.
Burned a lot of you. Feels like the last of them.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
I think he's lost his marbles.
You get away from her! Benedicta! I'll kill you, Roswell!
He is rather easy to bring, isn't he?
Oh shit, he's priming. Not now.
But if you can do it, then so could I!
Stone. Hell yeah. Brimstone. Clive has learned the Brimstone ability from Titan. Over released, it made a violent explosion. Longer to increase explosion size and strength. Time to cancel the charge without triggering the explosion. Okay. Brimstone 2. If it is invulnerable to damage while charging Brimstone. Suffering an attack, however, will automatically trigger the explosion. Which is kinda neat.
Let's give this a try.
Marble is what? Ow! Someone's gonna miss that wall. Awesome, with a bigger target, I can hit him more. What I'd like to think space.
Thunder, help me. It's through or die! I'm coming, GOOO!
That's a ghost. That's a good launch channel. Damn, this is one tanky mother. Whatever, haven't you had enough? Yeah. You're mine. Fire, motherfucker! Oh, wait, maybe not yet. Oh, come on. We have to hit him without fire. Come on now.
One last time.
Damn, how far up did we go?
That's up, Hugo.
Eat shit.
Your time. Here's past. And this day is over.
What the shit? He's not dead. God damn it. Ah. Ow, what the? God, he's very difficult to read like this. Ow! I swear I timed that properly. About funny time. Holy shit. How long was that fight? Darn. Holy poop. That was the longest fight thus far. Hands down. Jesus. Nice big burning sword. Why didn't we do that sooner? Wasn't a whole lot left to the super big crystal.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable.
Running his stuff.
You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
That guy is freaky as fuck. I'm quite confuzzling at that.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger.
Odin and...
For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss.
cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo
I want to know
Cook,
what kind of. I want to know what
who
he's the
gave his
dominant
life
of.
for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Magic cocaine, that.
Some medicine, my lord?
Arcane cocaine? Is that cocaine?
I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
Poor child. He's having no luck at all,
You
is
must
he?
consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Well, we can't have Bahamut croak before I get to him. I want his power.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor.
What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Gah!
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
But we're not going to be allowed to listen to said tale. Oh,
I am disappointed.
I used a heck of a lot of Ifrit there. I don't suppose any hearts are turning into stone now, are they? That'd be a shame.
We're seeing troops amassing
Jill!
crossing.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure.
Yay!
You're not leaving me behind again.
I would never.
Otto, any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Indeed. We can remove that marker as well. No need for that now.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Elsa's slightly bigger map.
The kingdom of
all the
Waloed
blight?
claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Walooder standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
No, I shall. So I shall. Question is, now that Titan's been dealt with, who's gonna be the next target for an exceedingly long boss fight? Holy shit! That was the longest fight. I'm expecting it's only gonna get worse from here on.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go Put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
All right, go visit the next one. Anything interesting here? Oh, we already checked that.
Thanks to Sid, the man.
Karen, you old bat.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kuka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kuka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
I reckon I already have.
Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
I'm not quite done with Blackthorn, though.
What do you want?
Enhancer. Huh. Yeah.
It lasts you a good
while.
while.
Give me that. I want to see what it is. And let's see. Nothing new. Oh yeah, I need the gelatinous mass. Fuck, that's it. But we did get the Scarlet Tide at least, finally. So at some point, just I imagine the gelatinous mass is a hunt target. This seems reasonable to me. I don't suppose I can actually. Oh yes, I can. Would you look at that? I can improve it straight off the bat.
Not my best work, but it'll do.
Sweet. Oh, would you look at that? It's shiny and a tiny bit curved as well. That is one schmexy sword. Look at that. Look at the curve. Rather thin, though.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
And I wanted to pay Sid's little brat
The
a
celebratory
visit.
spirit must be catching.
Don't rightly remember where she was holed up, though. Lives quarters. No. Infirmary. Mid's dungeon. There we go. It's right up there, yeah.
The flowers in the hideaway are in bloom.
Seriously though, that is a very unfortunate name. Who names their kid Mid?
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
That seems cruel to me.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You still just standing here doing nothing? Weren't you supposed to build me stuff? All the good, all the work I put in for her, dude. Hasn't done shit yet.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Okay, so we're going back there now. All right. Actually, before we do that, I want to see, because it looks like we have new hunt targets. Oh, quite a few at that. Oh, and they're all S.E. This one might be quite dangerous. Velcroid Desert. Yeah, we've been there. Got a couple of C's here as well. We should probably start with these. Bimilkin, just off the sickle. Cattery Dalmechia. An empty hovel Dalmechia. Soul Stingers. Does not sound like a nice thing to find. Alright, well, we have hunt targets. I do like those. They're right short of fine, but make for interesting fights.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind it. It's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard.
Oh, come on.
I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Get it back in your pants,
Is there
boy.
anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Also, she can't. She doesn't hold the candles with Jill anyway. That is certainly true. That is certainly true. But still, can't hold the candles with Jill.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Didn't realize they were much use in a forge, but all right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Do I get to choose? Is that it?
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's good in a fight, but you don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
Makes a fair point.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these 2 lucky souls is going with you?
All right. Who are we bringing, Gav or Otto? I reckon we've already spent some time with Gav on previous missions. I reckon we should bring Otto. But then, if he's not here, who's in charge? Jill, I reckon. All right, we're tossing a coin for it. Heads, we bring Otto. We bring Otto.
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then. Where do we find this stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see the supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
Ah, he wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
Alright. So, being as we're headed over to the desert anyway, imagine we might be able to find us a nasty beastie there as well. What was the name of the locations more specifically? I know it was in Velcroy, but we might actually want to have a just double check because my memory is absolute shit. Especially when it comes to names I have never heard before.
Troops amassing at every
But I think there were at least 2 beasties there, right? Cattery. Empty hovel. Chances are that's not going to be very specific now, is it? This is also in the desert and probably closer. Probably. Cattery, empty hovel, Velcroy. Do you guys help me remember this? Because I will forget. It's what I do. It's a talent. Or lack thereof, I suppose. Let's see. This is the Velcroy Desert right here. Other Velcroy Desert. There is. Let me see. There's a good chance it's in one of these areas that I haven't been to yet. In which case I probably won't even be able to see anything. Alright. Let's go here, go for a bit of a runabout in the desert. Should do side quest?
My carpets
The most fragrant herbs and spices from... Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short 1 pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Sure thing.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
All right.
Oh, where did all that go?
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
Quite the distance away, that. Jicky-boo, I have need of you.
Yeah!
Motherfucking quiet. And yes, I'm still bitter that there's no chocobo music in the game. None. At least thus far. Who knows? Maybe at some point. I suppose the game is a tad bit too dark and, you know, heavy for it to have such a very upbeat and happy tune. Desert Roses for free at that.
Be safe. Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
You can start by letting go of your clearly disturbing love for a big shiny rock.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been!
Yeah, don't
I have to get back to
say.
the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait.
You regret it already.
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Evidently. Quite the view. Oops. Right. The jaw. Oh, we've been there. That's where we fought Titan. Well, somewhere over there at least. Probably a big crater around there somewhere.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
I'm a bit curious about the many other paths around this desert. Maybe we should go for a bit of an exploration run. Just take in the sights, as it were. Say, this way. I've never been this way. That was what we might find. Loot, monsters, hunting targets. Bounties and whatnot. Ah!
You deserve a rest.
Burn, ya bastards.
Stay down.
a lot of limestone here, though. If that is what it is. Wait. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yeah, I started backtracking.
Ready, go? Faster!
Not the first time that's happened. I want to stick to the right. Looks like it could be an interesting area.
All right. It's over.
I reckon this is going to be important for some kind of quest at some point. Got some fallen architecture stuff. But not that time. Else worthy of note around here? This looks interesting. It's the Grimmel kid. Oh, I was looking for that one. Didn't expect to find it here, though.
Playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine. Finished.
about ready to join in the fight yourself yet? Come here then.
Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try.
Dead.
Gave me surprisingly much trouble. Not too happy about that. Grimalkin hide. Use that for something fancy at some point, no doubt.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
No, real easy. I can push over that. Alright, where do we go next? Should probably check out this area over here as well. Who knows, maybe we'll find the second target. I think we'll save the A rank one for a tad bit later. Unless I come across as that is. At which point I'll fight the bastard regardless. Not sure about my chances though. Oh. Okay, note to self, chocobos, not very good at taking corners. Certainly not very good at drifting.
Sit your ass up.
I just did! I just did! I just adjusted myself.
Sit your ass up.
Angry birds. Might as well. Oh, oh, there's a shit ton of them.
Rest.
Yeah, not having that. Burn a lot of them. Ah, that's sufficient. Where'd my bird go? Oh, wait. I didn't roast my bird just now, did I? Fucking savannah. Pretty big one at that. Amare. Here we have Old Pizza. Empty hovel. Yeah, that's where we want to be. That's where we want to go. But I want to check this area out first before we do any of that. You
come on.
Let's go. Antelope thingamadoodads. Screw you, birds. I ain't spending no time with you. Places to be. Hunt marks to see. Dwarf panther.
Thanks, Gal.
Really? Don't know what that is. Never seen one of those before. Let's kill it! Ow!
I'm hurt, Torgal. Nice try. Too slow.
Wait, bloody hides? That's it? That's it? Oh, I am so fantastically disappointed. Get those things for killing just about anything. Oh well.
Let's go. Run like the wind. Time to fight.
Nope. Will be no fighting. I shall leave. I am going to explore this though. This looks interesting.
Straight home now.
Does this not feel kind of like an arena to you guys? Kind of feels like an arena to me. The lack of items kind of enforces that. Right. That's where we're headed. I would like to heal myself. I don't know if I want to waste the potions right about now. Well, if we're gonna fight another hunt mark, kinda have to, don't I?
I needed that.
Yeah. Do it. Whiskers. Mind if I do? And here's the empty hovel. This is where we'll find the other mark, isn't it? Likely a swarm of very angry bees. Somewhere around here, at least. Look there. Ah. I would imagine those would be it. Yeah. Those are it. This is gonna suck something fierce in it. I fucking hate bugs. There's plenty of them too. There's about to be poisonous as well. Was that it? I was expecting them to get, like, reinforced or something. Like, 5 times.
Peace at last.
Oh, it didn't do so poorly then.
Good girl.
Yeah, and the final target is in this area somewhere. It's a big one. Big area. And probably a fairly nasty target as well.
My carpet.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands.
You
I
might
don't know
want
how
to
you
taste
did
it first, though.
But you have my thanks.
All's well that ends well, I guess. Or some such. Yeah. And that's where it is. Then again, there's always the hunt target somewhere in this area as well. I want to postpone that one just a tad bit, though. Just a tad bit. Get something else done in here as well. But that's gonna have to wait until tomorrow because I am fresh out of time. I need to hit the sack. Sadly. So, thank you all ever so much for swinging by. It is, as always, ever so much appreciated. And I do hope that you'll join me for the next one as well. And until then, bye-bye.